Aloha guys, last week I hiked one of the toughest and the most beautiful trail in Hawaii and in the whole world, the Kalalau trail to Na Pali coast. It's 11 miles one way and 22 miles round trip. The elevation gains reach up to 5,000 feet. It's not an easy hike at all. In this video I'm sharing the main mistakes I made while preparing for and during the trail. I hope that some of you can learn from my mistakes, prepare better for this adventure and enjoy your journey even more than me. Let's go. Okay guys, mistake number one. Before going on the Kalalau trail, I had never hiked with a heavy backpack on my shoulder. Surprise, surprise. So if you have an opportunity, I would highly recommend packing your backpack with everything you plan to take on this hike and trying it out on easier trails near your home. This way you'll realize how overloaded your backpack is and will definitely start lightening it up before the trail. So it would definitely help you because every pound counts on this trip. Mistake number two. I won't lie, I made a pretty serious fault by buying new shoes right before this hike and not even bringing my old ones with me. Yeah, this is me. Great decisions ever. So since I bought the shoes the day before our adventure, I didn't have the chance to break them in and to try them. So as a result, I ended up with 10 blisters, which turned my hike into a misery, especially on the way back. Mistake number three. I didn't know, but it turns out that blisters can be prevented. So first, you can apply Vaseline to your feet, just like marathon runners do, which helps them prevent blisters. Second, as soon as you start to feel blisters forming, you need to stop. Apply band-aids to the problem areas and possibly change your socks. So this way you can avoid blisters. Mistake number four. At the very beginning of the hike, literally 10 minutes in, we stopped to take a photo and I let my guard down. So I had a GoPro in one hand and reached for an energy bar with another one while continuing to turn. Multitasking. So as a result, my foot caught on the root of the tree and I instantly fell under the weight of my backpack. Unfortunately, my big toenail was halfway torn off because of the fall, and I had to hike the rest of the way with discomfort and pain in my toe. The moral of the story: always watch your step, even if you stop for a photo session. Mistake number five. Also, don't wear anything made by cotton because you'll sweat quickly and it will get wet almost immediately. It will also cause friction on your skin. I recommend wearing polyester and apply anti-chafing cream before you start getting chafed. Mistake number six. Honestly, as you know, I have never hiked with a backpack before and I packed a lot of extra stuff. So for example, I could have easily halved my clothing because you can wash some of it in a waterfall and wear it the next day. I also packed a lot of warm clothes because I was afraid of getting cold, but we hiked in early August and it was warm. I ended up sleeping in my underwear and I also took a notebook for some reasons. My comb was very heavy and I didn't use sunscreen because we had another one. So I brought lots of extra additional stuff. I even took hammock and a tent. Better to bring just one of the options, and believe me, the lighter your backpack, the more you'll enjoy the hike. Mistake number seven. So regarding water, throughout the hike there will be waterfalls and freshwater streams, so you can replenish your water supply. I had 1.5 2-liter water container plus an additional 1-liter bottle, but honestly it would have been better to have a 3-liter container from the start. First, it lasts longer. Second, drinking from a bottle requires requires constant stops, which is inconvenient. So yeah, just keep this into consideration. Mistake number 8. So also on the way there, I was hiking with one hand occupied by GoPro, which is actually very dangerous. Don't do this, guys. It disrupts your balance, and constantly recording video distracts you from the trail. The trail is quite rocky with many routes and step sections, so you need to be very careful where you place your feet. I recommend attaching your GoPro to your head or somewhere else, but definitely not holding it on your hands while hiking. And if you're creating a content, make sure to stop and record. Don't film on the move. This is a very dangerous hike. Okay guys, mistake number 9. It's worth to mention that I had uncomfortable underwear. It was cotton and had elastic bands, so the topic of underwear isn't fully explored for me yet, but it's definitely worth spending more time and figuring out which ones to wear for hiking, for sure. Mistake number 10. I didn't trim my toenails well, so it's good that I trimmed them at least somehow, but I would recommend cutting both toenails and fingernails as short as possible. Otherwise, they will catch on things and break. I broke 4 fingernails on the way, and it was an unpleasant experience. I won't even mention about my big toenail. You already know that it was a disaster and I struggle with this a lot. So please trim your toenail and fingernail. It would help you a lot. Mistake number 11. Make sure you are carrying your backpack correctly. For example, I realized on the way back that I had been carrying it incorrectly the entire way there. So I could feel the weight on my shoulders and sides. So on the return trip, I learned to fasten the button of the backpack while bending forward, and this way it was positioned just right, and I barely felt its weight. So I would recommend you trying the different backpack adjustments until you find the most comfortable position and relative to your hips and shoulders. Mistake number 12. If you're like us and staying for 2 nights, I recommend not spending too much time at the valley on the second day. Maybe 2-3 hours, but no more. Make sure to leave time for rest before the return trip. Just relax on the beach, especially it's very beautiful, or in the hammock or inside the caves under the shade. Unfortunately, we didn't manage this well and spent 7 hours in the valley, returning by 5 p.m. and leaving us only an hour before sunset. We had to quickly eat, pack up our stuff and wake up at 4:30 a.m. We didn't recharge at all on the second day. So that was a big mistake. And we had to walk additional 6 miles without recharging at the second day. So believe me, you don't want this. Ideally stay for 3 nights. So on the second day you can explore the valley very easily, even 7 hours doesn't matter, and on the third day you would relax on the beach and would rest and recharge yourself before heading back the next day. Mistake number 13. Bring cash with you, about 200 per person. There are times when people realize they can't complete the hike back. If you're lucky, might find people on the beach who arrived by boat. So often there's a local fisherman, and if they have a space and possibility, you can negotiate with them and pay in cash. Around $200 to get back by boat. It's an emergency option, but it's better to have cash with you. Those are probably the main mistakes that I made. I hope this video will be useful for you and that you'll take some of those points into account when preparing to the trail, ensuring that your adventure is as safe, comfortable and enjoyable as possible. Please subscribe and share this video with anyone who might find it useful. In the upcoming videos, I'll also discuss the dangerous and unpleasant situations we encountered on the trail, what helped me get back even with a minor injury, unusual moments on the trail and at camp, lessons the trail taught me, and the process of preparing the backpack and food, what you should definitely bring and what you can leave behind. So follow for more, subscribe, like, share, repost. Thank you.